Hi everyone, my name's Brooke, I'm from Edrolo, and today I'm going to show you some ways in which I used Edrolo during high school to save myself time and to maximize my studies. So when you jump into your Edrolo account and hop into the relevant subject, you'll see that you have all of the topics lined out for you, likely in the same order that you'll be studying them throughout the year in class. You also have video lessons available for every single one of these topics. So we'll jump into one of the video lessons and I'll give you some tips about how you can engage with these lessons as you watch them. So you'll see that for all of these lessons, you have a PowerPoint playing in the background, and then you have an experienced teacher walking you through the content relevant to this topic. Some tips for when you're watching these videos to make sure that you're engaging with them. Down the bottom here, you have an additional resources button. This allows you to download a copy of the PowerPoint that's playing. And then what I used to do was print out these PowerPoints and I would write notes and annotate these slides as I was watching the videos. This just ensured that I was taking in everything that the teacher is saying and that I was understanding the content or asking questions about it to my teacher that I would note down as I went. Another really useful feature with these video lessons is the bookmarking feature. This allows you to say that you either want to watch the video again or you're having trouble with it. So what I would do in high school when I was using these video lessons for revision, I would leave a note for myself explaining which piece of content it was that I was struggling with or that I didn't fully understand. Perhaps if I had a question for my teacher, I'd put this in here as well. And then you can save those and I'll show you where they're kept in a moment. As you go through and watch the video lessons, you'll also have multiple choice questions that you can complete just to check your understanding and make sure that you've engaged with everything that the teacher has gone through. These will automatically mark straight away and you'll be taken through to a slide that gives you the correct answer. One more feature that I would really encourage you to use that I found super helpful in high school is the self-rating feature. This pops up at the end of the video lesson and it allows you to give yourself a rating from 1 to 5 of how well you understood the lesson. So if, for example, you're feeling really confident about this topic and you think that you could teach it to someone else, then I would put a 5 in. If you're really struggling with this topic, you just find it super confusing, you definitely need to talk to your teacher about it, then that's when I would put in a 1 or a 2 for myself. And what you'll find is that when you return to the study planner page, all of these ratings pop up next to the videos for you and just make it really easy for you to effectively target the topics that you're struggling with when it comes to revision time. So when you're doing your exam revision at the end of the year, you know that you have to start with all your 1s, 2s, and maybe 3s because these are the topics that you found more difficult and that you're going to have to allocate more time to. You'll also find that your bookmark section is up the top here. If you click on that, then you have all of the bookmarks that you've left for yourself available. You can treat this like a revision playlist for yourself. Moving back to the study planner page, you'll see that your practice exams and topic tests come at the end of every topic. They'll be highlighted in blue if you haven't completed them yet. I'll move into one of these tests just to show you what they look like. Section A is multiple choice. You can also leave notes for yourself next to each of the questions if you have anything to ask your teacher about or if you're just having a guess. I would always leave a note for myself if I wasn't fully confident on the answer and I wanted to make sure that I fully understood the content when I came back to revise the test. Section B is short answer, and then once you've submitted that, you'll be taken straight through to the self-marking. So the multiple choice questions will automatically be marked for you, and then you have a video solution here. Section B is self-marking. However, you are walked through all of the components of the answer in a marking rubric. You have a suggested solution, and you have this video solution here as well for you. This video solution will have a teacher walking you through all of the components of the answer, explaining common mistakes, explaining the mark breakdown, everything that you would need from a teacher in order to make sure that you can give yourself an accurate mark. One thing I would recommend once you've submitted your practice exams is going into the review mistakes section and going back over all of the questions that you've done throughout the exam. This just allows you to go over and check the content where you might have not been as confident throughout the exam, and then you can try those questions again and make sure that you're on top of all of that content for when you have your exams or your assessments coming up.